Ernest McQueen versus James Attic, LLC, 2500522R. Okay, why don't you guys switch sides here? The plaintiff always sits in the table closest to the jury, sir. Your name?
Matthew.
All right, and Ms. Taylor?
Billy Joe Taylor, P number 82278 on behalf of the defendant, James Attic, LLC.
Is that the principal of Jamie's Attic?
It is, Your Honor.
You can come on up here, ma'am. Are we gonna do this like a full-blown trial?
I have two witnesses, Judge,
Oh, boy.
out the hallway, and I believe she might be a witness for the plaintiff. Or Judge.
That's okay. This is what I do for a living. There's no reason to apologize. You, correct me if I'm wrong, sir. Your theory here is that you were at an estate sale over at one Joey Drive in Brownstown, right?
Correct.
That you bought several items that had to be disassembled. The first was a queen bed, and you carried the bed frame out to your trailer. Is that true?
That is true, Your Honor.
And then after 3 trips to the trailer, after disassembling and taking things out to the trailer, you secured the frame of the trailer.
Correct.
Frame
The frame inside the trailer.
inside the trailer. Thank
Correct.
you. And then you went back in the house to disassemble the next items, and your tools were gone.
Correct.
And you said in your complaint here, the cashier you're talking about at Jamie's Attic said that they sold your tools and that they weren't responsible.
That was their statement, Your
Do you know who that was?
Honor. At the time, I'm not exactly sure what their names were. I just know that they were employees that had.
Any reason to dispute that?
Your Honor, we're disputing he left his tools. It's not, he didn't tell anybody he was leaving the tools. There's 30 or 40 people walking in and out of these estate sales. He didn't ask the 2 employees that were working to watch them. He didn't give them to them. And the tools are not all priced separately, Judge. So yes, it probably got sold from what the cashier has told me, and she's here to testify today. There was something similar to what he described, sold for $15, Judge. It's an estate sale.
$15.
Yes.
Your Honor, first of all, that's not what happened.
All right, so here's what I have to do. All right. It's hard for a lawyer to try or a non-lawyer to try a case. I'm going to let you give me your theory of the case first. You could stand up. You can give me an opening statement, and you're supposed to tell me what you think the evidence is going to show as we go through the trial. Okay?
So, am I allowed to proceed, Your Honor?
Yeah, but you're not testifying yet. If you're going to testify, I got to swear you to an oath, and you're
Statement.
correct. Good. Okay, you're ahead of most intro parties. They don't know what an opening from a closing is. Go ahead.
This case is about Jamie's Attics breaching the responsibility to provide a safe and secure space for the disassembly and removal of items I purchased at the estate sale on November 8th, 2024. I arrived at the estate sale at 10:30 a.m. and left at 5 p.m. Jamie's attic manager set the rules for me to disassemble 2 of the items I purchased at the sale. My responsibility is I must bring my own tools and disassemble and remove the items from the property. Jamie's Attic's responsibility is to provide a safe and secure place to disassemble and remove my purchase from the property. Jamie's Attic also had a responsibility to keep my space safe and secure while I was taking the items to my trailer parked in front of the house. Jamie's Attic allowed a customer access to my working space. This resulted in Jamie's Attic management selling and completing a transaction to a third party depriving me of my property and constitutes conversion. It is the responsibility of Jamie's Attics to make sure the tools being sold belong to Jamie's Attic. Jamie's Attic did not own my tools. I did not give them permission to sell my tools. My tools were not in the catalog of items for sale at the estate sale. My tools had no price tags on them, and I have exhibits of both of them, pictures of both of my tools that were sold. They're catalog pictures. And, so they had no right to sell my tools. And, they claimed that I left the property and came back, which did not happen. And when I went back in to question them about my tools, I still had to disassemble another unit down in the basement to be able to complete getting my tools off the property as described.
Okay. Any opening that you wish to give?
Yes, just real quick, Your Honor. Our theory of the case is this is more like a garage sale that people walk through. They do not have security there going in every room. The plaintiff's own negligence by leaving his tools on the floor, unmonitored, not letting one of the two employees know that they were going to be in and out and set the tools aside. They didn't know. All the tools are not priced, as in our complaint. You will see the evidence shows there is a tool sheet hung up on the wall for what pricing is. At some point, plaintiff needs to be held accountable for his own negligence for walking in and out 10:30 a.m. that he just said to 5 p.m. That's a long time to be going in and out. Evidence will show that they left for a period of time, and he notified in a text to my client that he was gone too long. If you're gonna be gone too long, it seems like he would have put his tools aside, especially if they were $1,600 on Snap ones, Your Honor.
I want you to just repeat what you said. He said he was going to be gone too long in a text.
He said in the text that he was gone. He must have been told the employee, the employee desk cashier, take that back, Your Honor. To the employee, so the employee will be able to testify that he said he must have been, they were gone too long.
Call your first witness.
First, talking to me.
Yes, sir.
I'm my first witness.
Come on up to the witness stand. Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear affirm under penalties of perjury that the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole true self you got.
So I'll be good.
Have a seat. All right, you can tell me whatever you'd like to say.
I went to, 11/8/24, I went to Jamie's attic sale. And during the negotiation time, at the sale, I was informed that some of the items that I was purchasing required me to have my own tools and dismantle the items and take them off of the property. This was the last sale of the day, so they had to be off the property by the end of the sale. The sales associate was working with all day for my purchases, marked my purchases sold. I left approximately 1 p.m. and returned at approximately 2 p.m. with my trailer and my tools. When I went in the morning, I didn't have my trailer and my tools. I didn't anticipate making these purchases. So I came back at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock with my trailer and tools. When I returned to the sale, I went back into the sales associate and the manager to pay the balance that I owed for my purchases. After paying, I was reminded the sale was over at 5 p.m. and I had to have my purchases off of the property by 5 p.m. The first item, a heavy queen size bed in the bedroom, was the first.
Wait a second. Hang on. What are you guys here on?
We're on the other bench trial.
Do you mind having a seat out there? We'll get you when we're ready. What's, okay, you're on,
The 11 o'clock, Edward Rose.
okay, thank you. Go ahead.
After paying for my purchases, the first item was a heavy queen size bed in the bedroom. And the second was gonna be the shelving unit down in the basement. I brought my tools from my truck and my trailer, parked in front of the house, and informed the staff I was starting the disassembly of the bed. At the point where I made the agreement with the management to go in the house and disassemble my items with my own tools, Jamie's attic had the responsibility to provide me with a safe and secure place, in this case, the bedroom, to do the required work. When I took the bedding off of the bed, I discovered the
Any
mattress.
objection him reading this?
I don't, Your Honor.
Thank you. Go ahead.
When I took the bedding off of the bed, I discovered the mattress and the box spring were not saleable. The sales assistant, observing at the doorway, observing what was going on in that bedroom, walked in and saw that I was looking at the bed and agreed that the mattress and the box spring were not saleable. So she advised me that I needed to go talk to the manager out in the living room and negotiate a discount off of the purchase price that I had paid already for the property. So I continued to disassemble the bed after the negotiation process. The business end of the sale was conducted in the living room direct from Jamie's attic, directly in line with the hallway where the bedroom is at and the front door of the house. First 3 trips out the front of the door with the trailer was the foot of the bed, the headboard, and then the frame. A staff member at Jamie's Attics was at the bedroom door monitoring the disassembly and keeping customers from entering the bedroom during that time. The last piece of the bed was the frame. It was large and heavy and took longer to get out of the house and secure in my trailer. When I returned back to the bedroom to finish picking up the fasteners and bedding for the bed, the staff member was not at the door or in the bedroom. When I went into the bedroom, my tools were gone. I went to the manager of the estate sale and asked if my tools had been removed by a staff member, monitoring the bedroom. I was working at the bedroom I was working in. They stated they had not moved my tools. The sales assistant left their post, allowing a customer into the bedroom that took my tools to the manager, and my tools were sold. My tools were not part of the sale. They're not in the catalog of items for sale at the estate. And the sale of my tools had no price tags on. The manager stated to me that I had abandoned my tools and she sold them to a customer. I replied that
This was all, okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I replied back to the manager, I still had to disassemble the shelving unit down in the basement. How could I have abandoned my tools? The manager stated Jamie's Attic is not responsible for selling my tools. I did not give permission for Jamie's Attic or its staff to sell my tools. So Jamie's Attic was negligent by selling my tools and failing to adequately give me safeguards to my property while I was.
How long from the time you finished disassembling the bed and we're taking the items out? So you're done disassembling it, right?
So no,
You had an argument or a discussion with the manager about reduction because you didn't want, because the box springs and I think you said the mattress were defective. You didn't.
correct.
So you went and negotiated this price
That's correct.
before you finished taking apart the entire
That's right.
bed.
As soon as I took the bedding off, I could see that the mattress, something was wrong with the mattress.
I see. So let's just fast forward. You're done disassembling the queen bed,
I
right?
disassembled it in sections and carried it out.
Okay, how long did it take you from the time? Okay, did you disassemble all sections first and then carry them out?
No, I disassembled them and carried them out because it's a small bedroom. So I disassembled them. There wasn't a lot of room in the bedroom anyway. There was a dresser in there and a couple of other things that were still for sale. So the room was kind of cramped and I had the mattress and the box spring up against the wall. That's how we determined by looking at the box spring on the backside that it was defective. And so I disassembled the bed in sections and took it out and put it in my trailer.
From the time you began disassembling, the last part of the queen bed, I don't know which one it was, because you still had your tools there, then, right?
That's correct.
Of course, you couldn't possibly
That's exactly.
finish with this. From the time that you disassembled the last part of the queen bed, and you started to take that item out to your trailer until the time in which you returned back to the bedroom where you had disassembled everything, how much time elapsed?
Approximately 20 minutes.
How far was your trailer parked from the bedroom?
It was directly in front of the house. It's a big ranch style house with a full basement. And it's on a corner lot, so it was a pretty good sized lot, and my trailer was parked on the opposite side of the street. So I have an enclosed trailer, so I carried the pieces up inside of my trailer, secured them to the wall. And then I went back and got the next piece, carried it out, finished dismantling it, carrying it up, carried it out, secured it to the wall. The last piece was the frame. I tightened the frame all up because it was kind of wobbly and I needed to carry it. Carried that out, it was a little more awkward, it took a little more time, but I'm gonna say approximately 20 minutes from the time that I left the room,
Until,
took the last piece of the bed. I still had the accessories and stuff like that in the room along with my tools. But the last part of the actual bed, it was 20 minutes.
all right, and this was at a residence located on Joey Drive, 23651, correct?
That's correct.
How many people were in the residence at the time that you were disassembling the?
I really didn't pay attention, Your Honor, because I was busy working. But I know that the person that was at the doorway, the attendant, the sales assistant from Jamie's attic, had stopped several people from coming in the room while I was in there. Because they can't have people coming in the room while I'm disassembling the bed.
Do you know what he or she looked like?
I'm not, I don't see her here.
How many staff members did they have?
I'm gonna say there was 4.
How many other individuals did you see at the peak of your time inside of the residence that were there looking at items to potentially purchase at this estate sale?
Maybe it's 6 or 8.
So they had 3 or 4 staff members, you said, right? Yes?
Yes,
And you said 6 to 8 people were inside of the residence at its peak.
correct. There's a basement and there's a full basement and then that level.
When I say 6 to 8, I'm talking about prospective purchasers.
Correct.
You understood that.
I did.
So at any one point, there was roughly at the height of the time that you were there were 12 people inside the residence. Would that be a fair and accurate statement?
It's an accurate statement, Your Honor. I was probably in that bedroom for an hour in the process of disassembling this whole thing.
Okay. All right. Do you have anything else you want to add?
Well, after I started to question the manager of the day there about my tools being sold, I stated that I was gonna call the police and make a police report. The statement that she made to me was my tools weren't stolen, they were sold.
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you have proof as to the value of the items, the tools that were removed or sold, I should say?
They were sold, yes,
I know. Do you have proof of the value?
yes.
Your Honor, I would object to my line of questions is gonna be that. I did ask in interrogatories through discovery for proof of purchase, and he said he had
I
nothing.
didn't,
to
it's not
provide.
proof of purchase. I have,
Wait.
I asked for
Wait.
receipts.
Doesn't work that.
okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I tell you what, you came up with a figure here of 1782.87.
That's off the catalog at Snap-on Tools, their website.
What, do you know what tools that you had there?
Yes, I do.
What ones?
1/4-inch drive socket set. Complete.
Wait a minute, you gotta tell me slowly. 1/4-inch,
Drive socket set. It's in a red case. It's approximately 12 by 12 red case.
okay?
A cordless power tool, which is a ratchet, cordless ratchet, with the battery in the end of it, and the charger to charge the battery.
So they're really only
3 pieces.
the charger, the cordless ratchet.
And the battery and the socket set, 4 pieces.
How old were those tools?
They were approximately 3 years old. Maybe 4.
Go ahead.
I was,
No, I'm just trying to speed things up. I gotta,
same questions I was gonna ask Judge, how old were the tools? Was it clear that the box said Snap-on Tools?
Yes, said Snap-on right on it.
Do you own an LLC, sir?
No, I'm
Did-
retired.
Did you at one time own an LLC?
I did.
What was the LLC for?
It was for Snap-on tools.
Did you file an insurance claim for your tools?
These tools are my personal tools. I didn't retire. So these tools belong to me. I did not file an insurance claim, no.
And you testified you did not make a police report on that.
I did not because I was advised that my tools were sold, not stolen. By
And you're
your,
sure the tools were only 3 years old?
yes,
What tools did you need to tear down the bed?
I wasn't sure. I don't tear down beds every day, so I brought a socket set with me that had all the different sizes in it, different extensions, different ratchets. To be able to take this, successfully dismantle that and a shelving unit that was down in the basement and get them off of the property in approximately 2 hours.
So how big was the house for the estate sale?
It was a large home. I don't know exactly the square footage of it, but it was a large home.
Was there a garage as well?
There was.
Was there tools for sale in the garage?
There was no hand tools for sale in the garage. I was there for many hours. I went through the whole place. There was just shovels and picks and garage tools, not mechanics.
Did you see a sign up for what the price of the tools were in the garage?
No, they were actually individually priced.
Did you use that socket wrench to tear down the bed?
Yes,
Did you use the power tool as well?
yes.
That's all I have for this witness, Your Honor.
And who told you you were going to have to disassemble the,
That was their rule,
I know, but who was it that told you that?
the manager at the time. And I don't recognize if she's here or not.
Is the manager here?
Yes, Your Honor, she's in the hallway.
Do you have any other witnesses?
No,
You mentioned that you owned the LLC.
yes,
Did you use tools like this kind? I'm not saying these tools, but did you use tools of this type while you owned your LLC?
I have owned tool trucks, Your Honor, so I had been responsible for maintenance on everything. So I used all kinds of tools, including these kinds of tools.
And how long ago did you close up your LLC?
I sold everything and retired 3 years ago.
Did you buy those before or after you sold your LLC?
I actually bought them before I sold the LLC.
Did you use those tools in conjunction with the LLC?
None. They were in my personal toolbox.
And you don't have any idea how much you paid for those?
I don't recall, Your Honor. All I know is what it's gonna cost me to replace it. I have no more affiliation with Snap-on Tools. So I don't get any discounts or anything. I'm just an average citizen to Snap-on Tools. So I have to, if I'm gonna replace them, I have to replace them at Snap-on's website.
All right. Do you have any other witnesses?
I have a witness with me, but,
If you want her to testify, you pointed to a woman back here. If you want her to testify, she can. If not, I'm gonna turn it over to the defense, let them call their witnesses.
I was there.
Why, yeah, but who's this?
this is my girlfriend, Lisa Huda.
Well, if you want her to testify, I'll call her up, I'll swear her in. If you don't, that's
Okay,
fine.
Well, do you want to testify?
Come on up.
Then we'll do that, Your Honor. I'll call Lisa Huda.
Okay, good enough. Come on up here, ma'am. Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear affirm under penalties of perjury the testimony you'll give in these proceedings to be the whole true self you got.
I do.
All right, loud, okay, have a seat, nice and loud. Now you have to ask the questions, okay? Tell me your name again.
Lisa Huda.
Spell the last name. And Lisa's Lisa. Go ahead. This is your boyfriend, right? The plaintiff? That's what he identifies you as. Were you out there to a garage sale or an estate sale with Mr. McQueen on November 28 of 24 on Joey Drive Street?
Yes.
And if I told you that the allegation by Mr. McQueen is that you were at 23651 Joey Drive in Brownstown. Would that seem accurate?
Yeah.
All right. And did you accompany him throughout the whole day? In other words, were you in the bedroom when he was disassembling the queen bed? Did you walk out to the trailer with him when he was carrying the items out? Did you assist in any manner? You, in what respect?
Helping him take out stuff to the trailers.
Okay. Did you ever hear any discussions that he had with any personnel of Jamie's attic inside of the residence concerning the tools?
Yeah.
All right. And do you remember what the person's name was that worked for Jamie's attic?
But she basically stayed with us pretty much through the day, talking to us just about personal stuff.
Were all of the items unmarked that were being sold at the estate sale? Sure. There was personally that was being sold at the estate sale, right?
Yeah, personal stuff.
Right. Were they marked with a price?
Everything was, I did purchase a pair of shoes that weren't marked.
Well, wait a minute. You just said everything was, and then you just pointed out that you paired.
Well, everything was basically a new pair of shoes. I mean, I didn't look at everything.
Items were, I want to make sure I understand you. Are you seeing,
Everything was marked, but I didn't go in the garage and stuff like that. I basically stayed in the house area.
okay. And the shoes that you bought were in the house?
Yeah.
But they weren't marked.
No,
But can you,
yes, can you explain?
sure.
So, yeah, I went into the bedroom, there was a pair of shoes there that didn't have a price. I did go up to the lady that was sitting there. And she just randomly gave me a price, $7. So that pair wasn't marked, everything else in the house was. That I see.
Your questions of her? Is there anything else that you think is relevant here? I know that's not a very artful question, but I don't know what your involvement was. Did you have any other discussions? Do you have any other discussions with any other employees at Jamie's attic?
No.
Did you ever hear your boyfriend, Mr. McQueen, discussing his tools with who?
They're here tonight.
Do you have any other questions?
Did you see, were you there when Jamie's attic told me that, they weren't responsible for the sale of my tool?
Yeah.
Were you there when they said that my tools were sold, not stolen?
Yes,
Were you there when they also stated that the, person that they sold my tools to was a regular at Jamie's attic estate sale?
yeah,
And were you there when, they told me that they would have more estate sales coming up in that?
I'm gonna object to this line of questioning and leading.
Repeat your question, sir. I'm gonna sustain for now. Repeat your question.
So were you there when Jamie's attic said that the, person that they sold my tools to was a regular at their estate?
Nah, I'm gonna overrule. Go ahead.
And, were you there when they said that they would have some garage sales coming up, or estate sales coming up in the next couple of weeks? And that they would get my tools back from me when they saw this person again?
yes.
I'm sorry.
Did you overhear, did the employee of Jamie's disclose how much the tools had sold for? You did not have any discussion with any employee of Jamie's about that? Go ahead, Cross.
Just one question. Did you tell your boyfriend when you were back in the house that, after the tools were stolen, that you guys were gone too long?
No, I've never heard that statement. Sorry.
After your,
You can step, do you have any other questions of her?
No.
You can step down. Call your next witness. All right, call your first witness.
Sure.
If I could, you know what, why don't you do that, and while you're doing that. Fleet Flicks versus Flood. Did you guys give me a? Linda, did you bring down here a dismissal order? Did I ask you to do
Oh.
that?
I did print it, Your Honor. I'm sorry. I didn't know you wanted it down there. I'll have Gina run it down right now.
Just real quick. Okay,
Okay.
so I'm recalling Fleet Flicks versus Flood, 2503184. You have the money, sir?
Yes, Your Honor, before I do that, I'd like to state that, I did go ahead and I found that I did actually have my, first paycheck. I started February 14th, Your Honor,
Okay,
therefore I was there over 2 days.
well, how can I determine that? I mean,
I've got the paycheck right here.
no, I believe you got your first paycheck in February, but. I'm gonna have to come back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Have a seat. Come on, call your first witness.
Sure.
Thank you. All right, sir, your name,
Alexander Pachera,
spell your last name, please.
P-I-E, C is in cat, Z is in zebra, U-R-A.
Raise your right hand, solemnly swear affirm under penalties of perjury, the testimony you're giving these proceedings will be the whole truth, so help you God. All right. Go ahead. You can
Mr.
proceed.
Chair, could you please tell the board who you were employed with?
I'm employed with Wayne County Parks, and I also work for attorney John McWilliams.
How long have you worked for Wayne County Parks?
I've been there about 26 years.
And how long have you done work for attorney employees?
I've been with attorney John McWilliams for 36 years.
Do you know the defendant that is sitting right here?
Yes, I do.
And how do you know Ms. Huff, Mrs. Huff?
I go to her estate sales along with other estate sales.
Okay, how often do you go to her estate sales?
Just when I see something that I like, you know, which is once or twice a month.
Okay. Does she have a website?
Yes, she does.
Does it lay out the rules for tearing down certain items that you purchase?
Yes, it does.
Okay, and what does that say?
You have it.
If,
I
if,
do not.
if you buy,
No,
buy-
hang on a sec.
I can bring it up on the phone and have you look at it, Judge. What is the practice?
Wait a second, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Okay. How long is this gonna take?
5 minutes, Judge. I'm gonna fly through.
I know, I'm not complaining, I gotta be in Taylor by 1 o'clock to sit for Judge Shackelford. I'd like to get a little something to eat.
On Monday.
You have the website?
Yep.
Pull it up, please. Pardon?
I know the rules.
I know, but I need to see him. He can't really be testifying off of something else, and neither can you. That's what we call double hearsay. So I'd like to see it, and then nobody will object, I'm sure, and I can just read it, and we'll go from there. How's that?
It is to the opposite.
You might want to go out in the hallway, Mr. Flood, and pull up a calendar and tell me how you got to 90 days and exclude the holidays, okay? But I'm not sure it's gonna make a difference. I want to be clear. Well, what does this have to do with anything? No pre-sales, all items are sold as is, or are not returnable. Sign-in sheet, okay. You need to remain at site if you start the sign-in sheet. People need to line up 5 to 10 minutes early by front door.
That's
to-
another one. Sorry, it's on, our website. It says.
Hang on. You guys are killing me here. Where is this description and details or what?
Gotta bring up the other one.
You gotta bring up the website for me.
I have 2 websites, sorry. I mean, one for an auction and one for Jamie's.
Skip this line of questioning, Your Honor. It's really not that relevant. That's gonna hold enough weight.
Okay.
Okay, it's fine. Mr. Pachera, Were you at an estate sale of Jamie's Attics on November 8th, 2024 on Joey Street in Brownstown?
Yes,
Okay, did you see the plaintiff and his girlfriend at the estate sale?
yes.
And what were they doing that day?
They were looking around, they were purchasing furniture, bedroom set.
Okay, were there other people walking around that house?
Yes, there was.
Okay, how many rooms was this house?
I don't know, I think it was a 3-bedroom home.
And was there a basement?
No,
Was there a garage?
yes,
Was there items for sale in the garage?
yes, there was.
How many employees were working that day to your knowledge?
My knowledge, there was around two
Okay,
people working.
and you said you go to Jamie's attic cells a
Yes,
few times a year.
yes, for the last 14 years.
So do the employees know your face?
Yes, they do.
Okay, did you help the plaintiff with his purchase?
Yes, I did.
Did you help tear down the bed?
Yes, I did.
What tools were needed to tear down that bed?
The tools were a socket set and probably a screwdriver or a pair of pliers.
Okay, did you see those tools?
I did, he handed me the tools because I was at the front of the bed taking the front down for it with him.
What condition would you say they were in?
Well, they were an old set, old tools.
Did you hear any conversation between Mr. McEwen and one of the workers regarding his tools being sold or stolen?
No.
You weren't-
It wasn't there.
Did you purchase his tools?
No, I did not.
How many people did you see in and out of that estate sale during the time you were there?
Oh, in the time helping him take the bed down and back, probably 40, 50 people.
Is it possible for the two employees to monitor everything that was going on in that house that day?
Not everything, no.
Because you've been to their estate sales, their practice to, after you purchase an item, to follow you around and other potential clients to make sure nothing's being removed
No,
by.
not to my knowledge. No.
Did Mr. McEwen say anything to you about his tools being stolen?
No, he didn't say to me, I didn't hear nothing.
But you helped him load the bed?
Yes, I did.
How long do you think that took?
It took us about 35 minutes, 40 minutes.
During that time, was there still people going in and out of the house?
Yes, there
by-
was.
That's all I have for this witness, Your Honor.
You have questions?
I do have some questions. I don't recall you being in the bedroom, sir, while I was taking this bed apart. It was only myself and my girlfriend in that bed.
Okay, so this is a question. So your question might be phrased like, did you in fact help me disassemble the queen bed in one of the bedrooms?
Okay. Did you in fact help me disassemble the bed in the bedroom?
Yes, I did. I was at the head of the bed on my knees, taking it apart right at the frame. And you handed me some tools, because I said, I don't have the right tools to do this, and you handed me the tools to take the bed apart.
I recall that, Your Honor.
That's okay. You got it. That's argument.
So what I do recall is you being in the basement. This house had a basement in it. That's where the shelving unit was at. It had to be disassembled.
Okay,
And you helped me carry the shelves out of the basement for the shelving unit. That's what I recall, because I remember you. being-
Okay,
That
but
is your question.
there, you have to ask
Oh, I
questions.
see.
You can't make statements.
Were you in the basement of this house, helping me disassemble the shelving unit in the basement of the house? And carried it out to my trailer in the driveway?
no, that was not me that helped you, because when I walked in, the first rooms that I went into the living room and I went into the bedrooms. At that time, you were working on a bed. I didn't even know at that time that there was a basement. When I walked in the house, like I said, I went in the living room, I looked into the bathroom, and I looked in the bedrooms. You were having a hard time with the bed, and I decided to help you because you were having a hard time.
So you saw me in the bedroom
Yes. You were taking the bed apart.
and I was taking the bed apart and you claimed, and I don't want to say this. And you're saying that you came in and helped me.
Yes,
I don't recall. I dispute that, Your Honor.
I'm not sure it's entirely that relevant, to be honest with you.
It really isn't.
Okay. Do you have any other questions?
No, sir.
Do you have any other questions?
Not of this. one.
You can step down. Call your next witness. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the rest of these cases, Linda. Do you have a settlement in the back? Well, I'm telling you, I just got myself behind the 8 ball here.
You tell me, Your Honor.
I don't know. I hate to make this lawyer come back and raise your right hand. You solemnly swear affirm under penalties of perjury, the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole true self you got. Go ahead, ask your questions.
State your name for the record.
Weston,
Spell your last name, please.
RUS is in Salem, TON.
And who are you employed with?
Jamie's Edit,
How long have you been employed there?
3 years.
What do you typically do for Jamie's Ed?
Set up, we price, walk the floor, do the checkout table.
I'm gonna take you back to November 8th, 2024 to a estate sale on Joey Street in Brownstown. Do you recall that?
Yes,
Okay. Do you recognize the plaintiff, Mr. McEwen, that is sitting right here?
yes.
Mr. McEwen, was he there that day of the estate sale?
The second day,
Okay. And the second day, how many people do you think were in and out of the estate sale during the day?
in and out at any given time, 30 to 40.
And how many employees for Jamie's Edit was working that day?
2,
Was every item at the estate sale priced?
no.
Okay. What happens when an item is not priced?
Some things we have spreadsheets for, and others we say to just bring it up to the front, to the checkout table, and we'll give you a price on it.
The plaintiff is alleging that his tools were sold at that day of the estate sale. Do you recall having a conversation with him regarding his tools that day?
I do.
Okay. Do you recall the tool set that he described to you?
I do not,
Did you sell any tools that day?
I did sell tool set.
What do you recall what you sold?
In regard to what he was saying, no,
Did you sell any tools that were not priced?
yes,
Okay. Do you recall how much you sold those tools for?
whatever was on a spreadsheet, $4 to $8.
And so if an item's not priced, do you have a spreadsheet to look to on a computer?
Not on a computer, just a piece of paper.
Does Jamie's Attic typically put up a price sheet if there's multiple items that you can't price individually?
Yes,
And what happens this last day of the estate sale? Is there a sale on items?
if it's a 3-day sale, the second day is 25% off, the third day is 50. If it's 2-day, it goes from full price to 50%.
Did the plaintiff at any time ask you to watch his tools that he brought in?
Absolutely not.
Did the plaintiff leave the property on any occasion?
Yes,
Okay, how long would you say he was gone?
45 minutes, perhaps a little bit longer.
That's all I have for this witness, Your Honor.
Sir, do you have any questions of her?
Were you, at the, bedroom door and came into the bedroom to discover that the mattress and the box spring were not saleable?
No,
That was somebody else?
Your Honor, I'm gonna object to the relevance. That has nothing to do with the tools.
Overruled. That was somebody else's. Well, you don't know, right?
I did not.
She was,
Okay.
she actually worked with me quite a bit, Your Honor, on that day, correct?
But your question referenced the box springs
That's correct.
and you don't remember anything that you discussed with him about the box springs in the mattress?
Just that he had asked for a refund
Okay,
for them.
I didn't ask for, well, I asked to negotiate a different
Your Honor, back
price.
for a question.
yeah, you have to ask a question, sir.
Okay. That's all the questions I have for this witness, Your Honor.
What percentage of the items were priced, ma'am? Beforehand?
I mean, I would have to say roughly 40% maybe. 50.
All right, good enough. You can step down. Call your next witness.
I don't have any further witnesses, Your Honor.
You have a chance to testify in rebuttal if you want. In rebuttal. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. And maybe you can appeal this, but I need some more testimony with regard to the value of the tools.
Here's the documents. Here.
Did you look at those?
No, I haven't been supplied. As I stated, Judge, I asked for purchase receipts in my interrogatories and I was not supplied with any. He indicated he did not have any receipts. These are replacement values for brand new, and as was testified, these are old tools.
This is what the tools look like, Your Honor. This is what they sold. That's what I'm trying to.
Well,
I don't have a receipt for when I bought the tools. I don't have a picture of the exact tools at the time.
and I asked for pictures of the tools in my interrogatories.
But you know what? I think, I don't know anybody, if I would drive myself completely berserk if I took a picture of anything I ever purchased.
Exactly.
So I get it. Come on back up here a second. Come on back up here to testify. I want to ask you a couple more questions. Did you buy all the tools that you described that were sold at the same time? You said you bought them roughly 3 years ago.
Correct. No.
So is it possible that some of those could be older?
I said approximately, and I approximately bought them maybe a month apart. Because I bought one set and then I was doing another project and I needed the power tool, so I bought the power tool.
And you legitimately believe that those tools that you would have to repurchase come to the grand total of somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,000,
17. I have it right there on the.
1782. All right.
Correct.
Any other questions of them? Counsel?
Yes, just quick. Have you looked on eBay or any other websites to see what a replacement value would be for used tools that you
No.
have served? So I have your honor.
You can step down. Thank you. You wish to give a closing statement? Sir,
No.
do you wish to give a closing?
Just real quick, Your Honor, my client, this was not intentional. If any tools of the plaintiffs were sold, it was accidental, and we would ask that by his own languages of leaving the tools with many people walking in and out of the house, my client not to be responsible.
I don't know. He's gonna
In business, she's never been sued.
get it, but they tell them that they gotta disassemble things. What do they think they're gonna do it with? Their toes? I mean, they're gonna bring tools in.
Can I?
And now, no. They're going to disassemble things. Is there anything I never was presented with anything on the website? You never did that. I'll let you do it now. You have something on the website?
Yeah, she can bring her website up. She does.
Tracy has it, so. Tracy here?
I gotta move this along.
So it does say it,
I gotta see it.
but
I mean, he was aware that he even testified, he was aware that they were responsible to tear down their own,
And
anything that they purchased.
I know. I wanna see on the website what they talk about disassembly.
And I just would like the court to also take into consideration in the defendant's answer, the tools price list that was provided as an exhibit.
Tracy has it.
You guys are killing me. All right, come on. You got it?
I'm getting it, sorry. They said I can't, and I.
All right, I'm going off the record on this. You guys can stay right where you want. Fleet Fix versus Flood, 2503184. You're gonna have to pull out I hope you got the dates, Mr. Flood. I mean, literally need them crossed out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody's here again. I've got Ms. Harabnik, is that right? Harabnik, sorry, and Mr. Flood. Did you pull out a calendar or something? Can you tell me the number of days?
Yes, I did, 121 days.
It doesn't, well, wait a minute. You started February what?
February 14th.
June 20th would have been his 90th day, if he didn't take any days off.
Did you take any days off?
June 16th was his last day, June 20th was his 90th.
June, what would have been his last?
20th, been his 90th day.
So you're,
Hang on, you don't, they don't work on like Memorial Day, right? They don't work on, do they work on Good Friday?
Yes, we did. But the only day excluded from February 14th to June 16th would have been Memorial Day. And 90 days of June,
And he doesn't work Saturdays.
not normal.
there was a few weekends that I did work, Your Honor.
Well, how do I know?
I don't know the exact dates and exact weekends I'd have to go through and look at paychecks and do the math on the hours, but outside of that.
Regardless if he worked 6 months at that point, the manual states that we've had PTO days.
Huh? Maybe you got the 90 days in before. Maybe you're gonna have a guy that's going to come back. Where's that manual again? You have it? Slow down. Wait, just help me out here. Slow down. Is there anything that addresses the PTO time and says you gotta claim it? Maybe the whole thing is that you should have to pay it after 90 days.
It's not without, sir, it's 5 vacation days. And they have to be requested.
What page was that on again?
The 11th that's mentioned them.
Yeah, I know that. I already read that one. The way it's defined, I don't see how you can get this. You didn't take any paid time.
No, you're not.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
One more question, Your Honor. Do you around an employee handbook for a employee signature?
I don't know. I don't know. Oh. You don't have it signed? Copy?
That is a printed copy of the whole manual, because what we do is we give the manual to the employee and then we rip the last page off. And sign it. By law, we have to have a copy hanging on our board, so we have a copy hanging on our board as well.
I'm sorry, Mr. Farrell, I really am. You guys, I'm gonna have to rule in favor of the plaintiff in that amount. And you guys, if you want to give her the check, do you have the check?
I do. How do I go about it officially?
Okay, so here's what we can do. Rather than there be a judgment against you, I could just make a note.
Yeah.
I'll just make a note, was prepared to rule, and it just will look better for you if you. So if you want to sign that, where it says plaintiff's signature and defendant's signature, that's a dismissal without prejudice. Each of you could sign. you can sign for the plaintiff.
Does this include the court fees plus the fee that we had to pay to have them served?
Jeez.
Your Honor, they should have asked for that before.
Well, they're entitled to that. This is what happens when they start to move too quick. How much was that?
72.25 for proof of service and 51.15 for binding. And 20.75.
Do you have another check to 123? Why don't you do this? Sign that, you sign it, you wait, he'll go get another check for that $123. He'll bring it back and then I'll sign the order of dismissal, okay?
Certified checks cost money.
I know, but listen, I'm just going out of my way to help you out here. It should be a judgment, really. I mean, I don't necessarily agree with those policies, but they are in the handbook and you are technically an employee at will. I mean, so I don't need a certified check. You can go, you have a checkbook?
I do not.
Can you go get cash?
But how is that gonna show proof?
We're gonna do it right on record here. I'm gonna hold this until he comes back, okay? You got another few minutes? You got another few minutes? Okay, pardon?
Can I get this?
No, hold that until you come back with the other money. Okay? Recalling McQueen and Jamie's attic, 2500522R. Do you have something?
It was on that cell, it's not on, they listed on the upcoming cell, and it's not listed on.
Anything else anybody wants to say before I?
Your Honor, there's been no testimony been given today as to the value of the tools for resale value. He's asking for a replacement value, but resale, these were used tools. I don't think it would be fair for a judgment to be entered against my client for the full value if that's what the court's leaning on.
You could probably kind of tell what I'm like, huh? I get it. Look, give me 1 second here. I feel discombobulated right now. Trying to accommodate everybody, get them out of here, and I'm just. Where is that judgment form? Do I have a judgment form on McQueen anywhere but out here?
There wasn't one in there, Your Honor. I can print one.
Hang on 1 second. I thought I had one here. I'd swear I had one here. Wait a second. Give me the. I need one on McQueen.
Okay.
All right.
I'll have Gina run it down, Your Honor.
Please.
Your notepad.
There's, she's on her way.
Good.
Your Honor, I just wanted to let you know that case that you have a bench trial for 11 o'clock. That case is 379 days old.
Good. Well, good. Then I can be on report. Where's the? I can't even find the file.
McQueen files for your.
Which one's that?
The Edward Rose Association.
Okay. All right. I'm ready to rule on this McQueen case. Look. if you're gonna have people disassemble things, you better keep an eye on them. Now, I'm not saying it was necessarily a bailment created, but I can tell you this. You gotta make sure what you're selling is not something that somebody could bring in there and use to disassemble items. Either that or have every item priced. I don't care if he way embellished here, and I don't think he did. He seems like a pretty honest guy to me. The tools might not be worth $1782.87, but they're not worth $8 or $15. No, there's nothing more to say.
I'm not,
I'm just telling you, listen to me very carefully. I just am telling you why I'm doing what I'm doing here. They sold his items. You had enough people walking around there where they should have known that he was disassembling a bed. You should have had enough people walking around where they knew he was taking items out to a truck. It's not like somebody stole the items. That might be a different story. I'd have to think that one through. But in this case, you sold his items. Sir, I can't just speculate. I'm going out of my way to be fair here. I don't think I can go and give you $1782.87. I'm only giving you the price of the items. And you haven't done a very good job of proving to me what the value of the items was at the time. In other words, if somebody comes up and smashes somebody's car that's 3 or 5 or 7 years old, as we all know, you drive a car out of a showroom, it goes down in value. It's the same thing here. If this carpeting was 25 years old and somebody came and painted the ceilings and didn't put down drop cloths and it ruined the carpet, I don't get to go out and replace the carpeting and buy new carpeting and tag the defendant with the price of the carpeting. I have to go on what the value was. The best I'm doing here is $600 after trial for the plaintiff against the defendant and any costs. So nobody will be happy. So that's what I'm doing. What amount of cost did you have, sir? Was that the filing and service fee?
Correct.
Was it $100 even?
There was $88 and $12.
Okay, $100, $700 total. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you.